It's gum time. It's our last 5 pages we're going to do in gum. So go ahead and grab your book and get ready to talk about exclamation marks, periods, and possessive nouns. We are on page 143. Let's look at the gray box. It says use a period at the end of a declarative sentence. Declarative, remember, is making a statement. Use a period at the end of an imperative sentence, which tells a command, tells someone to do something. Go over there, you end it with a period. Use an exclamation point at the end of an exclamatory sentence that shows strong feeling. Okay? This is all kind of review. It says, draw one line under the sentence that shows a strong feeling. Well, we know what's it going to end with if it shows a strong feeling. Exclamation point. Draw a box around its end punctuation mark. Draw 2 lines under the sentence that tells someone to do something and circle its end punctuation mark. So first let's go back because that was a lot of instructions to do. It says draw one line under a sentence that shows strong feeling. Let's read this. Denali is a mountain in Alaska. It is over 20,000 feet high. Hand me the map of Alaska. So which one shows strong feeling? Let me give you a clue. It has an exclamation point at the end. So we're going to just underline that once. Then draw a box around its end punctuation mark. So we're going to draw a box around the exclamation point. Okay. Then it says draw 2 lines under the sentence that tells someone to do something. So either Denali is a mountain in Alaska or hand me the map of Alaska. I think it's the second one. So we're going to draw 2 lines and then circle its end punctuation, which is a period. Okay, we'll go down a little bit there so you can see better. Okay, our next set of instructions. There we go. It says circle a D if the sentence is declarative. Now, declarative is what? Just a statement, just telling about a statement. Circle I if the sentence is an imperative sentence. Circle imperative is where imperative tells something to do something, someone to do something, and then an E if it is an exclamatory. So, the first one, a mountain is a very high area with sloping sides. Well, I feel like that just gives information. So we're going to add a period, and a statement is a declarative. We're going to do the first 3 together, and then you'll do the last 3 together. Number 2, point to Denali on the map. Well, you're telling someone to do something, right? So, can you tell that my room just got darker? The cloud must have just covered the sun. So, that's an imperative, okay? Because it's telling someone to do something. How exciting it would be to climb that peak. There's a clue word that you would probably want to use an exclamation point, so that would be an exclamatory sentence. Okay, so what I want you to do is read 4, 5, and 6 and add your stop signs and then circle the letter that you think it belongs to, either the D, the I, or the E, and go ahead and put this on pause now and push play when you've done those 3. Okay, do yours look like mine? Look at these photos. It's a command. So it is an I, and it ends with a stop sign. My cousin's at the top of Denali. Well, if it's a very high mountain, that's pretty exciting. So I would end it with an exclamation point and an E, and then my mom emailed the photo to me, and that would be a declarative sentence, so it would end with a period. Alright, it says rewrite each sentence as a type of sentence written in the parentheses. Change some words or the end punctuation mark if necessary. So we want to make this into an exclamatory, so like an exciting sentence. I'm going to climb a very low mountain. Well, that is not very exciting at all. A low mountain, anyone can climb a low mountain, right? But what if we made it a high mountain? Okay, so we're going to change the sentence, and we also need to change the end mark because we're going to make an exclamatory sentence. So we're going to rewrite it as I am going to climb exclamation point. Okay, so that changes it from kind of a normal declarative sentence, I'm going to climb a very low mountain, to I'm going to climb a very high mountain. So we're changing it to an exclamatory sentence. Okay, if you're not finished, go ahead and put it on pause because we're going to move to number 8. Number 8, I want you to come with me. We want to, that's telling a sentence. That's a declarative sentence. I want you to come with me. But we need to turn that into an imperative sentence, which is a command. So what words, we're going to have to get rid of some words if we're going to change this into a command. So we're going to cut all these words in the front and leave it this, come with me. Now you're turning it into a command, and it is going to be a complete sentence. Come with me, period. So we changed it from a declarative sentence to an imperative sentence. And the last one, we want to change this to just a normal declarative sentence. Okay? So it's an exclamatory sentence. So we want to kind of tone it down. So we're going to change. It says how hard we must train to get ready. Okay, declarative. So we're going to just change it into a sentence. This one's kind of difficult. So we're going to change this to, we're going to take out the how hard, because that's changing it, making it more, having more feeling. So we're going to change it to we must train to get ready. So instead of saying how hard we must train to get ready, we're just going to put we must train to get ready. All right. And it says write an exclamatory sentence about a mountain. Be sure to use the correct punctuation, which is an exclamation mark. So you need to write one sentence. There's only room for one sentence about a mountain. And when you're finished with that, go ahead and turn to the next page. We are going to be talking about possessive nouns, and we are on page 145. It says a possessive noun shows ownership or a close connection. For example, in the first sentence above, the house is owned by the grandparents. In the second sentence, the eruptions are connected with the volcano. To make a singular noun possessive, add an apostrophe and S. To make a plural noun end in S, a possessive, just add an apostrophe. Okay, you're probably thinking, what? So let's look up here. It says, my grandparents' house is near Lassen Peak. Well, both of the grandparents own this. So it's the grandparents, okay? But because they own something, you're going to add the apostrophe after. We don't add an apostrophe S like we normally do. Like if I said, this is Matthew's book. At the end of Matthew's name, I would put an apostrophe S because he owns that book. But since there's more than one, because she has more than one grandparent, you wouldn't add an apostrophe. It wouldn't say S apostrophe S. There would be just way too many S's. So you just add the apostrophe. That volcano's eruptions have changed the landscape. The volcano had eruptions. He owns these eruptions, so it's just an apostrophe S. Okay? So, let's see if we can make sense. It says, look at the two nouns in bold, grandparents and volcanoes. Circle the apostrophe and S that follow the singular noun. So, the singular noun, grandparents or volcano? Oh, you didn't even see my hand was in the way. So if we do this, it's volcano or grandparents. Which one is singular? This one, volcano. So we're going to circle the apostrophe S. Okay. And then it says, draw a box around the apostrophe that follows a plural noun. So that is that one. So you're going to put a box around that apostrophe next to grandparents. Okay, let's see if we can make more sense of this by coming down here. Okay, So it says circle the apostrophe in each sentence. If the apostrophe is part of a singular possessive noun, singular, draw a box around the S in bold type. This one. If the apostrophe is part of a plural noun, draw a box around the P. Okay, so let's see how this works. The volcano's slopes have several vents. So, if we take out the apostrophe and the S, or the real word is volcano. Okay, so everything to the apostrophe we take out. So, volcano is singular. So, it says seam rises from the vents openings. So, if we're going to take out the apostrophe and everything after it, the word is vents. That's more than one, so it is plural. We're supposed to be drawing a box. I'm so used to circling it. They always change it up. All right. Number 3, the mountain's muddy hot springs are famous. So if we take off everything, the apostrophe and everything after it, the word is mountain, and that is singular. Okay. The spring's waters do not smell good. So we're going to take off the apostrophe and everything after it. The word is springs. So that is plural. Okay, I want you guys to do the last 2. So go ahead and push pause now. All right, my grandparents' neighbor is a ranger. We take off everything, the apostrophe and everything after it. Grandparents is plural. She helps keep the national parks visitors safe. The apostrophe and everything after it is the word park, and that is singular. I know we circled all these, but I forgot to do the very first set of directions. It says circle the apostrophe in each sentence. So go back and circle all the apostrophes in each sentence. There we go. See how important it is to read directions? Because even adults have a hard time, especially with big directions like that. That's why you read them more than once. All right, good job. All right, let's look at page 146. It says, if the word in parentheses, these words right here, if the word is singular, add an apostrophe and S to it and write it in the blank. If the word in parentheses is plural, means more than one, add the apostrophe and write it in the blank. Okay, so you should follow the blank orders. We want to do the ranger's orders. So we're going to write the word ranger. Now, is that singular or plural? So is it one or more than one? This is only one, so we're going to add the apostrophe and S. Ice can make we're going to write the word paths. Surfaces slippery. Is path singular or plural? It is plural, so we're just adding the apostrophe. Okay, number 9. We're going to write the word boots. Soles have ridges to keep you from slipping. Is boots singular or plural? It is plural because it's more than one. You're just adding an apostrophe. Okay, down at the bottom it says we're going to write 3 sentences. Again, it's giving us a lot of room to write 3. It says, write an exclamatory sentence about a volcano's eruption. Be sure to use uppercase to begin the sentence. Okay, so you're going to think about a volcano's eruptions. I doubt any of us have seen one in real life, but you guys should have by now. I'm assuming you guys have seen one in a video or something. If not, you should look it up and then write 3 sentences. They don't all need to be exclamatory. You just need one with an exclamation point, and the rest can be declarative. So you need to write 3 sentences there. Okay. Now we're going to flip over to our 200s and flip to page 215. All right, let's look at 215, and what you're going to do here, this is what you're going to do on your own. It says circle D if the sentence is declarative, I if the sentence is imperative, and E if the sentence is exclamatory. Just like we did today, we'll do number 1 together. It says, what a steep path this is. Well, if something's so steep, we're going to make an exclamation mark at the end and circle the E. Okay, you're going to do the rest of the 4 like that. And then down here for number 50, lesson 54, it says circle the apostrophe in each sentence. If the apostrophe is part of the singular possessive noun, draw a circle around the S in the bold type. If the apostrophe is part of the plural noun, draw a circle around the P in the bold. So let's look at number 1. It says, my friend's shirts are all orange. So we need to circle the apostrophe. Okay. And then remember what our trick was, is to cover the apostrophe. And if it's a plural word, then we're going to write plural. And friends is a plural word, so you're going to circle plural. Okay? And you're going to make sure you do that for the other 4. When you're finished with that, you may go ahead and put your gum book in a nice safe pile, because you need to turn this in so you can get graded for the work that you have done in your gum. If you have any questions, let me know.